Hello, this is my monthly newsletter, The Student Success Journey, that you can follow on Substack. I put the link to this post in the description below. 3 pieces of advice I wish I'd heard sooner as a graduate student. Right now, I'm actively engaged in my preparing for the professoriate course at Clemson University. I'm taking this course as part of my engineering and science graduate certificate. So my plan was to take the communication for broader impact class, but it wasn't offered this semester and I had to replace it. But taking preparing for the professoriate turned out to be the class that I needed the most right now. So here are the 3 pieces of advice that I got from my instructor that I believe every student should know. So the first one is to apply for a job a year before you graduate. So I thought the path was very linear. So you focus on your studies so that you get the degrees as soon as possible. And then once the piece of paper is in your hand, that is your ticket for a job application. And then you send many job applications and wait for the response. And then you go to an interview and sign a contract. But that is the recipe for having a gap in your CV. A gap that you have to explain, but you will never have a good explanation for. So here is what you should do instead. A year before you finish your studies, you do a reflection on the job that you want, the type of environment that you want to work in, and the geographic location. Then you compile a list of 10 to 30 companies that meet your criteria. Then you rank them by your preference and start preparing your application packets for each. And you can use their past job advertisements to guide you through those. Then, when these companies then have an open position, you just need to send your packet. Also, if a similar company has an open position, you don't have to start from scratch. You just need to tweak one of your packets and you're good to go. If your university does not offer career counseling, you can find resources for writing CVs, cover letters on many university websites. So I do not recommend you to just go to a .com website because everyone can make a ChatGPT site these days. But here are 3 sites that you can visit. The link is also in the Substack post. You can go to the MIT Career Advising and Professional Development, the UPenn Career Services, Stanford BioSci Careers. You may think, but I don't have the degree yet. It's okay to apply for a job as long as the start date is after your graduation. And you can also apply for a job that asks for the degree that you already have. And you need just to make sure that the skills from that job can translate to your dream job. Number 2, your CV should have multiple versions. Once you know what jobs you want to apply to, you need to tailor your CV to that job. So any information that is not relevant to a job, that's going to distract the hiring committee for seeing how you can fit into their company. So if you have been, let's say, a professional singer for 4 years, you definitely should remove that from your mechanical engineering CV. So maybe you are asking how to maintain different versions of a CV and keep them updated without entering the same information multiple times. I use LaTeX to do so, and you can also use a synced block on Notion. Those are the 2 tools that I recommend. Number 3, only say what you do or will do and not what you think people should do. So this applies in your cover letter, research statement, teaching statement, etc. Not everybody shares your values or beliefs. People get very defensive about their own habits. You may believe like, okay, people should use GitHub instead of Google Drive, but don't say it like that. I use GitHub to store my code because of its version control capability. So that way you do not attack any beliefs the other person holds while you are still have like your idea heard. So tell me in the comment below, what do you think about this? This month I also wrote a post about the Udemy classes that I recommend for learning how to write, and this month, I've been reading the Kid YouTuber series by Mark Emerson with my kid, and Yumi and the Nightmare Painter by Brandon Sanderson with my husband. Talk to you next month.